It's a Sunday matinee at Mulcahy Stadium as the Bucs look to build off yesterday's 2-1 win over the Pilots. This afternoon, Anchorage takes on the Chugiak-Eagle Chinooks with hopes to start the final 2 weeks of the season on a high note. The sun starts to creep through here at Mulcahy Stadium, and we're just about set for baseball. Welcome inside the Mulcahy Stadium broadcast booth, everyone. Milo Hoffman alongside Alex Burstein. Now, coming into yesterday's game, the Bucs had lost 5 in a row, but they won a pitcher's duel 2-1, and man, it feels good to be back in the win column.
Yeah, it was a really important win for the Bucs to stay in second place in the Alaska Baseball League standings. As you can tell from that score, the offense still has some room to work. They just could not get the bats going. 6 hits yesterday, but the pitchers and the defense did what they needed to do. Another errorless game for the Bucs. So some signs that stuff is starting to improve, but you really need to see that offense erupt at least once this season to get more comfortable in that this team is legit.
Well, the offense did erupt earlier in the season, so trying to get back to that offensive outburst that they were so capable of in the first 2 weeks of the season. Now, we talked about last night's game. It was 2-1, the final score. Bucs took it over the Pilots. So enough talk about that. Let's go back to yesterday and see how it went down here at Mulcahy Stadium.
Anchorage Bucs baseball is on the air. The fireworks are over, but the chase to the playoffs in the ABL is just starting to explode. The Bucs and the Glacier Pilots play for second place in the standings, and first pitch is just minutes away. Here's the next pitch. Bounces past the catcher Burkle, charging in to score Landon Underhill, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Bucs in the bottom of the first off of a wild pitch.
Well,
been one of the best pitchers. Here's the next pitch. Hit in the air towards left field. Siselski goes back on the warning track, looks up, jumps, and can't make the grab. It bounces in front of him. Into third base, Landon Teasy, and they're sending him home. The throw is not in time. It bounces in front of Reese Sherman, and that's an RBI double for B.J. Rodriguez. He advances to third on the throw, and we are all tied up at 1 here in the top of the 5th inning.
wow, I mean,
Logan Yule at third. 0-2. Popped in the air, high towards right field. Will be playable for Christensen. He grabs it, tagging up from third is Yule. Here's the throw. Not in time. Logan Yule slides in smoothly, and it's a 2-1 Bucs lead in the bottom of the 5th.
here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on the off speed, down in the dirt. Ferris is pumped off as he struts off the mound. The Pilots go in order 1-2-3 in the top half of the 8th inning, and we'll go to the home half. Bucs still lead 2-1. Here's the pitch, swung on, lofted slowly towards center field. McGarry's there, comes on, and he makes the grab. The Bucs are back in the win column. They snapped their 5-game losing streak and remain in second place in the ABL. A big win for the Buckaroos. Well, there you have it, a 2-1 win. The Bucs took it over the Pilots yesterday. It actually capped off 3 games in a row that the Bucs played the Pilots, so a good way to get back in the win column for Anchorage. They took it over their in-town rival, the Glacier Pilots. They split the doubleheader on 4th of July, so the Bucs back in the win column after losing 5 in a row heading into that game. Now it's the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks who come in. They're losers of 2 straight, and they've also been the worst team in the league for about the entirety of the ABL this season. So a real chance for the Bucs to pick up another one here, make it 2 in a row, and perhaps start a little bit of a win streak as we head into the final 2 weeks of the regular season already. Unbelievable. It's absolutely flying by here in Alaska. But one thing that's different against the Chinooks, or was different from the last couple of days, is the Bucs lost last game to Chugiak. It was a final score of 2-1. It was a pass ball, actually, that ended the game. The Bucs closer, Jack Giordano, threw one, and Luke Taylor, the catcher, couldn't grab it. So that's how the Bucs lost the last one against the Chinooks, 2-1. It's funny because that was 2-1. Last night's game was 2-1 against the Pilots. So the offense still waiting to outburst here. We know that they can do it. They scored 2 homers in the 4th of July doubleheader, one off the bat of Kai McGarry, one off the bat of Austin Gamel. So the power still yet to come around fully here in the last week, but they definitely have a lot of prowess and have the ability to do so, and hopefully that can be the case today against the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks. Now, a guy who wants the power to come back as well, he wants everything to go well, is head coach Joe Silva. So I had the chance to talk to the skipper ahead of this gun. Let's see what he had to say. Milo Hoffman here with head coach Joe Silva out of the Bucs versus the Chinooks. Now, yesterday you guys won a pitcher's duel 2-1. How good was it to get back in the win column?
Always feels great to win, right? And when you do the little things right, which, we were able to see, right? Obviously offense was lacking from both sides. It was a pitcher's duel, but, in the fifth, we had some situational hitting. Yule hits a double, Sherm gets him over, and Toki gets him in, right? And that was the difference. So it felt nice.
Eli Buxton, the starter, went 4 1/3, 7 strikeouts. He went to his fastball a whole bunch. What'd you like from your starter yesterday?
He competes out there, right? He does very good north and south with his delivery point, and he's got good stuff to play off of that. Pitch count got up there a little bit just because he fell behind to some hitters, but again, they had a tough time really getting around on him.
And then the bullpen came in. John Wake, Grady Ferris, they look great out there. How excited are you about the bullpen going forward this season?
It's a great sign, right? When you have guys that come on in when their number's called. Ferris coming in a leverage situation, runner on third with 1 out. He's able to eliminate ball in play, gets the strikeout, and then gets out of the inning. Then he was able to really settle on in. And then, Witt, he's been a guy I think leads the team in appearances, right? So he's a guy that we go to and we count on.
You talked about the offenses being a little bit slow yesterday and the last couple of days. What can you guys do to get the offense back to bumping again?
Yeah, it just comes back to our routine, right, and our process. If we're good with it before the game, right, and we're in game, we're swinging at strikes that we can handle and understand situational baseball, then that's going to optimize or put us in a better chance to have more offense and more runs.
And now this game today is at 2 p.m. Is it a little bit of a different feel around the park, or is it same routine as always?
No, it's a little different. Not in a bad way. It's just, hey, coming off of a 4 p.m. game and now 2 p.m. So I think just seeing the guys move around here will be good for them. Just get the blood flowing and get ready to play a game.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much to head coach Joe Silva for talking to me before the game, as he does before every single game that the Bucs have this season. It's crazy. The season's winding down for these two sides. So the playoff push is getting hot. Now after last night's win, the Bucs hold a 1.5 game lead for second place over the Glacier Pilots, their fellow Anchorage side. The Miners sit pretty at the top in first. They're actually coming close to clinching a playoff spot as the season starts to wind down. They're up in first place by a whopping 4.5 games after the Bucs held first place for the majority of the first half of the season. So really crazy stuff. Insane how fast it can flip around here at Mulcahy Stadium and entire ABL. So Alex Burstein had the chance to talk with the third baseman today, who's in the starting lineup, Jaden Toki, to recap how his season is going. So let's go to that interview before this game at Mulcahy Stadium.
Alex Burstein here with Jaden Toki of today's matchup with the Chinooks. Jaden, you came to the team a couple minutes late. What made you want to come out here for the summer to play here in Alaska?
My head coach, he called me, and he was like, there's an opening over here in Alaska. And I thought to myself, like, who doesn't want to play in Alaska? Not many people are privileged to come out here and play and come out here and experience this part of the United States,
And then you had a huge senior season in high school, really great offense and defense for you. What was it like kind of closing out your high school career this spring?
It was good. It was really good. It was mainly like a team thing. Made it to the semis, fell short, and felt really good throughout the whole season, to be honest. Had a lot of confidence.
And then moving to the summer, facing off against collegiate level pitching for the first time, what kind of adjustments has that made for you on both the defensive and hitting side?
Just mentally being prepared. It's a different game coming to the collegiate level. Bigger guys, faster people, they're throwing harder, and just come mentally prepared, to be honest.
Long Beach State next year, what made that the right choice for you for college?
My junior year is when I got recruited, and the old coaches and the environment, I really loved it there.
And then you get to be with Luke Taylor this summer. Have you two kind of been talking about the program? Yeah. What's it been like learning from him?
Yeah. Luke Taylor's a great guy. He's a great older mentor type of person, and he's just been laying it on me and telling me what to expect at Long Beach State.
And then a couple weeks left of the season. Anything you're mainly working on for the rest of the year?
Yeah, just staying mentally prepared and trying to compete with these older guys, you know.
Awesome. Jay and Toki have today's matchup. Thanks for your time.
Thank you to Jaden Toki for speaking with Alex before this game. He's starting over at third base. I'll run through the Bucs defense from left to right. In the outfield, it's Kai McGarry getting the start in left. Joey Narrett back in the lineup. He's in center field, and Logan Yule at his normal spot in right. From left to right in the infield, it's Jaden Toki at third base. Landon Underhill still at shortstop, filling in for Grant Haas. James Provencio is in at second base, and Sean Toger is over at first. Doing the catching is Luke Taylor, and he will be catching Cade Finazzo, who's making his fourth start on the season. Pitches to a really, really nice 2.87 ERA. Racked up 13 strikeouts so far, and actually, he's making his second start against the Chinooks. Last time out, he had just 1 run allowed in 5 innings and 7 strikeouts. So trying to build off a really, really nice start against Chugiak. That was the case earlier in the week. So Keith Finazzo is an absolute stellar pitcher on the mound, and he'll look to continue pitching. That has been pretty good for the Bucs as of late.
Yeah, he's been one of the most consistent starters, but everyone's kind of coming along as the season moves on here in Anchorage. You've seen kind of a 5-man rotation. A couple of guys getting 1 or 2 starts, but mainly a core 4 or 5 players for the Bucs the last couple of weeks. And Finazzo has been one of the highlights. And I think if you go through the rotation, he's technically number 1 because most weeks start with him. Obviously a little different with the 4th of July holiday, but he did pitch just a couple days ago on the 4th of July, and he picked up the win. Won't count, but in the exhibition game. So has a very good track record going for him.
Yeah, came in out of relief in that game. So trying to continue the good ways for Cade Finazzo. The pitching, like I said, has been pretty good for the Bucs as of late. They had the 2nd best ERA in the league with a 4.34 team ERA. Well, we're just about set here at Mulcahy Stadium. Leading off for the Chinooks is Aiden Tauscher, hitting .255 on the season. Right on left matchup to start us off here at Mulcahy Stadium. Clouds over us, an overcast day. First pitch is down low, and it's 1-0. 2-man umpire crew on hand today. It's Ethan McCraney at home plate calling balls and strikes, and Brandon Schmidt in the field. Finazzo gets the sign, ready for the 1-0. Here's the offering, down and in. 2-0 now. Tauscher, the leadoff man, hits .255, like I said, but a whopping .367 on base percentage. So exactly what you want at the top for the Chinooks. Finazzo twirls and comes home. Pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Chinooks lost last night, got mercy ruled actually 14-3 to the Miners. 2-1 pitch, slice foul, and it's 2-2. My goodness, the Miners are just playing really good baseball. Sitting pretty at the top of the standings here in the ABL, and there's really no signs of them slowing down at all. Just a complete side. 2-2's the count on Aiden Tauscher, leadoff man. Finazzo's pitch, chopped slowly, left side of the infield. Toki cuts it off, throws off balance, and it's over Toger's head. Tauscher rounds first, he'll go to second. That ball went way out of play. So, an error on Jaden Toki. He's been struggling over there at third base as the season continues. Runner in scoring position just like that. Nobody out here in the top of the first.
Yeah, just another ball where Toki did not need to go there. It was pretty routine shortstop play for Underhill. Even if he doesn't get it, he'd know not to throw and keep this at a infield hit. Instead, you have the wild throw and just unnecessarily a runner in scoring position to start this off.
Now the hitter's Perito. He looks at a ball inside, so 1-0. It was a slow roller towards shortstop. Toki kind of cut it off and threw off one leg, and Toger had no chance at bringing it down. So already an error for the Bucs. Lead the league in errors with 30 on the season. 1-0, swung on, chopped right side. Second baseman Provencio's there. He throws the first in time, but that advances Tauscher to third. So now 1 out, runner on third for the Chinooks. They're already threatening here. Top of the first just underway at Mulcahy Stadium. Now it's Brady Groves, the DH, the hitter. .268 average, right on right matchup. Infield stays back here at Mulcahy Stadium. Here's the pitch. Check swing. He fully went around, and it's 0-1. Couldn't hold back Brady Groves. Finazzo already in some trouble here. He didn't really see much trouble against the Chinooks last time out. 7 strikeouts. 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. 0-2. Aiden Tauscher takes his lead off third base. Finazzo known to work really, really fast. Now comes set at the belt. Counts 0-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball down and away. So 1-2 now. Something the Chinooks do really well, get on base. They don't hit for the highest average, but they get hit by pitches and they walk a ton. Here's Finazzo's pitch, lofted high in the infield right side. First baseman Toger's there just in fair territory, and he makes the grab. Big out for Cade Finazzo, 2 gone in the top of the first. Runner stays put at third.
Yeah, Finazzo's doing a really good job here early on of inducing infield contact. Even though there's a runner at third base, it was on a grounder to shortstop. So nothing's leaving the outfield. He's getting hit, but it's all been soft contact, which is a good sign to see early on.
Well, speaking of hitting, Patrick McGlon, the hitter, he does a whole lot of that. First pitch to him, high and inside. 1-0. 340 average for McGlon this season. So, quite impressive for him, but only a 353 on base percentage. He only has 1 walk on the season. Finazzo comes home, pitch way outside, so 2-0 now on the third baseman. Chinooks have struggled offensively, but picked it up as of late. Actually have a 250 team average. That's higher than the Bucs for the first time this season. Here's the 2-0 pitch, breaking ball, a wave and a miss. 2-1. Just underway here at Mulcahy Stadium. Milo Hoffman, Alex Burstein, glad you're with us. Runner on third for the Chinooks. 2 outs, though. Top 1. Finazzo gets the sign. Now he comes home. A breaking ball lofted high in the air towards right field. Playable for Logan Yule. On about 10 steps. Reaches out his glove, and he makes the grab. So, the Chinooks leave Aiden Tauscher over at third base. No hits. 1 man left on base. 1 error for the Bucs. And we head to the home half. Bucs coming to bat. Don't go anywhere. It's Bucs baseball. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium. Glad you're joining us. Milo Hoffman, Alex Burstein on hand as we head to the bottom of the first. No runs came across for the Chinooks in the top half. Starting today for Chugiak is Liam Neely, making his 2nd start of the season, but he's appeared out of the bullpen numerous times. Pitches to a 7.36 ERA in just about 11 innings so far this season. So, Bucs will have to face the tall righty on the hill, and starting it off for Anchorage is Kai McGarry, the leadoff man. Comes in hitting .293 on the season. And a little bit of a streak going, 1 hit in his last 4 starts after a bit of a slump earlier part in the week. Liam Neely comes set. Here's the first pitch to McGarry, chopped on the ground towards shortstop. Trent Cornell's there, throws off 1 leg in time. So a nice play for Trent Cornell. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
I'd like to see the Bucs take a little more of a laid-back approach. They've struggled during this recent up-and-down stretch of not scoring in the first few innings. Lay off a couple pitches early on, wait for the ball to come to you, and then when you can really see what the pitcher's throwing, that's when you can attack.
Well, McGarry has gone back and forth, like
Yes.
we've talked about all season long. He's gone to a patient approach, and then he's been attack mode like You saw it just there. Now Prevencio the hitter. Liam Neely comes home. Pitch is low and away. So 1-0 on the fastball. Prevencio, 321 average, but he does not hold a top 5 mark in the league in batting average for the first time this season. So about 2 weeks ago, he was hitting north of 420. Now all the way down to 320. Here's the pitch. High and wide, 2-0. Right on left matchup here at Mulcahy Stadium. Bottom of the first, 1 gone. Nothing to score. Glad you're with us. Here's the 2-0 pitch, taken for a strike on the outside corner. Well, I'll tell you, when the Bucs win, James Prevencio does well. He's a big part of wins, hitting .392 this season in Buck wins. So when he's going, the Bucs are going. Hitting in the 2 spot today. Here's the 2-1 pitch, taken outside, 3-1. Playing second base today is James. Has bounced around from second to third. A lot more second as of late. The whole infield has sort of shifted around after shortstop Grant Haas is sidelined with a lower body injury. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on, sliced foul, out of play. So 3-2 now in Prevencio. Decent crowd on hand. Not so much down the left and right field lines in the bleachers nearing the bullpens, but as you get closer to the infield, Alex and I are diamond side here, you get more fans. Full count on James Prevencio. Here was the pitch, swung on, hit hard on the ground towards third base. McGlon is there though, scoops it and throws the first inside. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, 2 ground outs for the Bucs. Now it's Landon Underhill, the shortstop up. Landon has been hot as of late after he was also in a bit of a slump. 7 for his last 13. So trying to keep the good hitting going here. Still no score. Bucs and Chinooks doing battle on a Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m. first pitch. Here's the offering. That's laced towards right field, down for a base hit. It's off the glove of Medeiros, the right fielder. Underhill holds up at first, though. It was a high hop off the grass. A 1-hopper towards right. So Underhill aboard with a 2-out single here in the bottom of the first.
The catcher, number 1, Luke Taylor.
He just keeps on hitting. Like I said, a bit of a slump Underhill had. At one point, he was 3 of 23 coming in to the early part of the week, but all of a sudden he's picked it up. And even during that cold stretch, he was hitting the ball very hard. So not too worried, and now he's back putting the ball in play, and it's finding gaps. Here's Luke Taylor, the catcher today. Underhill takes his lead off first base. First pitch taken outside, 1-0. An off speed from Neely. Taylor hitting .250 on the season. 14 RBIs. Now does not have the league lead in that category. 1-0. Check back to first. Underhill was caught leaning, but he's in sliding. Just a tick late there, the throw from Neely, but Underhill back. So counts 1-0. Landon leads off first. Just underway here at Mulcahy Stadium. 2 outs here, bottom 1. Bucs trying to make it 2 straight wins after 5 losses in a row. Here's the 1-0 pitch, swung on and foul back. 1-1. Bucs today rocking their black tops with their yellow lettering, pinstripe pants. Chinooks, though, I think it's new jerseys for them. Sort of a blue top with the cursive Chinooks across. And then sort of a football look with 2 stripes along the right and left shoulders. Kind of like the padding, where the padding would go on a football jersey. They're wearing gray pants. Here's the 1-1 from Neely. Underhill takes off, pitches outside, no throw. So an easy steal from Landon Underhill. Tim Reynolds, the catcher, just could not gobble it up in time. So runner in scoring position now for Anchorage with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, it's impressive for Underhill after being checked back to still be willing to go off to second base, and obviously he's one of the faster guys on the team. That's big for the Bucs.
He's been stealing a whole lot more as of late. Counts 2-1 on Luke Taylor. Here's the pitch outside. So 3-1 now on the catcher. An RBI opportunity for Taylor here, trying to bring home a first inning run for the Bucs. Would be big time as the offense has been struggling as of late. Just a 2-1 win last night over the Pilots. Neely comes set at the belt. Here's the kick and the deal. That hit him. That hit Luke Taylor. He's hit for the ABL most 11th time this season. My goodness. He just doesn't move in that box. So now first and second for the Bucs with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, you could hear that one. I think it hit off some of Taylor's gear, but he just doesn't move much. It's very interesting. He doesn't have one of those stances like a lot of the MLB guys that get hit a lot with the lean in from the batter's box. He just takes a lot of pitches inside, and he's not scared to get hit by 2.
And he knows where it's going to hit him, too, because he wears the armor.
Because always there,
yep. Exactly, on the left shoulder. Well, here's Ren Matsuzaki with 2 on and 2 out in the bottom of the first. Right on left matchup, Matsuzaki with his severe open stance. First pitch to him, bounces up there. Nice block by Reynolds, so 1-0. Matsuzaki DHing today. He's played first, he's caught, and of course he's DH'd. Hitting .281 on the season. Been getting a whole lot more playing time in the last week or so. Runners take their leads off first and second. Here's the pitch. Swung on, chopped on the ground towards first. Jake Mitchell backs up. Now he takes it himself to the bag. And that'll do it here in the bottom of the first. So the Bucs leave Underhill and Taylor stranded. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 men left on base. We'll go to the second. Still 0-0 between the Bucs and the Chinooks. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium, everyone, as we go to the second inning. Chinooks coming to bat, no score between the Bucs and Chugiak. Leading off for Chugiak is the first baseman, Jake Mitchell. He'll have to face the starter for the Bucs, Cade Finazzo, in his second inning of work. He's been real good against the Chinooks so far this year. In his last start against Chugiak, 7 strikeouts across 5 innings, just 1 run. Real smooth from the righty. He kicks and deals. First pitch, a breaking ball called a strike. So it's 0-1 now on Jake Mitchell. Mitchell comes into the day with a .233 average. Stands tall in the righty box. Here's the pitch, low and outside. So 1-1 now on Mitchell. Chinooks trying to get the offense going here. Just 3 runs last night against the Miners. They got mercy ruled 14-3. Pitch, a check swing, appeal down to first. He did not go, says field umpire Brandon Schmidt. So it's 2-1. They're actually not the worst offensive team, though. They lead the ABL in extra base hits with 48 of them. Here's the 2-1 pitch, just called a strike, high and outside. So 2-2. Finazzo smiling after that one. He liked the call there. Right on right matchup here. Just underway at Mulcahy Stadium. Sun's starting to creep over at Mulcahy. It's been sunny the last 2 weeks. Pitch. Called! Strike 3 on the outside corner. Got him frozen on the fastball. So there's 1 gone here in the top of the second.
It's a good way for your first strikeout of the evening. Gets a couple of nice calls from the home plate umpire, and You know, sometimes it's just one strikeout that can really help out your momentum for the whole evening. Now we'll see if Finazzo can carry that over. Hasn't been a super high strikeout guy, but in the last couple of outings, we've seen those numbers increase.
Yeah, he came into the outing against the Chinooks with 6 strikeouts. He had 7 in that one start. Pitch to Moderos is a called strike. So it's 0-1 on the right fielder. Moderos has been in and out of the lineup for Chugiak. Last time we saw him, he didn't play. 0-1 pitch, a wave and a miss. 0-2. Nice breaking ball there from Finazzo. So 0-2 on Orion Maderos, playing right field today. Hitting .265 on the season. Finazzo twirls and deals. Pitch inside. 1-2. Finazzo bends down. Lunges over for the sign. Luke Taylor gives it. And he likes what he sees. Defense played straight up for Anchorage. Here's the 1-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. High fastball right on by. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Finazzo. And there's 2 gone here in the top of the second.
Well, that fastball is working really, really good today. It's finding the zone in the middle and lower part, so when he goes high, the batters think they have to swing to prevent off a strike, and it's just really hard to hit that high chaser.
And now it's Keaton Laidley, the hitter for the Chinooks. He's been struggling. A .75 average as he chops one down foul first base side. So 0-1 on the second baseman. Finazzo trying to strike out the side here in the second. 2 strikeouts already in the frame. 1 looking, 1 swinging. All the way back on the rubber. He kicks and deals. Counts 0-1. Pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second. No score between the Bucs and the Chinooks. Finazzo peers in for the sign. Set at the letter. Shakes off one. Now he gets it. Here's the pitch. Inside. 1-2. Went to the breaking ball there. He's gone to the breaking ball a whole bunch. He went to it a lot in his last start against the Chinooks, and he works so fast. Already back on the hill, ready to go. Laidley with his severely closed stance. Pitch high and wide, 2-2. Laidley wears armor over his right shin, sports bright yellow batting gloves, as do many hitters in the ABL. It's been a theme. It's not just a Long Beach State thing anymore. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Cade Finazzo strikes out the side in the second. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. We'll go to the home half. Still no score between the Bucs and the Chinooks. We'll be right back. It's Bucs baseball. Don't go anywhere. Back here at Mulcahy Stadium, glad you're joining us. Milo Hoffman and Alex Burstein on hand on an overcast day here in Anchorage, Alaska. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Still no score between the Bucs and the Chinooks. Sean Toger will lead off for the home side Anchorage. And he's playing first base today, hitting .276 on the season. Right on left matchup here to start off the frame. Liam Neely still on the hill for the Chinooks as they sport their blue tops, gray pants, that football style with the stripes along the shoulders. Here's the pitch, swung on, laced out to left center field, but playable for Auden Tauscher. Comes on and he makes the grab. So one pitch, one out here in the bottom of the second.
Two straight innings that Bucks have attacked the first pitch they see in the inning. And yesterday, on the first inning, we saw early in the inning they were swinging early, got a couple of ground outs, and then when they got more patient, they were able to string along some base runners.
Well, now the hitter's Logan Ewell playing right field today. Liam Neely stands tall on the rubber to his far left. Pitches in there for a strike. 0-1 now on the right fielder. Some pitchers like to stand on the far right side of the rubber. Liam Neely about as far left as you can. Half his foot isn't even touching the slab. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Down low. 1-1. Logan Ewell hitting .262 on the season. A modest 5-game hit streak coming into the day. 1-1 the count on the right fielder. He wiggles his black bat. Pitch swung on, lofted high in the air towards center field. That drifts Perito back, all the way back, looks up towards the wall, and he makes the one-handed grab as he crashes into the track. That ball was scorched out to center. It just kept on carrying, and Perito lofted up his glove, and he came down with the ball. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, the carry in the air was excellent on that ball from Ewell. It looked for a second like Perito was giving up out there at the warning track. Instead, he was just falling to make the catch. An excellent play. He's been great in the outfield all year long.
Now hitter Jaden Toki. Wow, that just kept on going. And he looks at a first pitch outside. So it's 1-0 now on the third baseman.
It wasn't the wind. That's blowing out to left field. That was just well-struck ball.
He was starting to twist and turn out there. And at the last second, shot up his glove, and he came down with the ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. Jaden Toki with his bright yellow batting gloves as well. No high socks for Toki. A darkish gray colored bat. Here's the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, again on the inside pitch, so it's 1-2. Toki was tied up 2 times in a row. 1-2 the count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Liam Neely has looked good so far. Shakes off one pitch. Now he gets the sign. Twists and deals. Almost hit him. Oh, that did hit him. That hit Jaden Toki right on the back. He didn't even get out of the way. So the 2 Long Beach State products aboard with 2 hit by pitches. 1 on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. It's the 3rd runner aboard for the Bucs so far today. 2nd hit by pitch. Only 1 hit for Anchorage. It was Landon Underhill, ripped a single to right. Now his former teammate at Dallas Baptist University, Joey Narita. Right on left matchup. Toki leads. Pitch inside in the dirt. Nice block by Reynolds. 1-0. Ball started to skirt up the first baseline. Sun starting to come over us here at Mulcahy. A light wind out to left field, but for all we know, the wind's blowing out to center because Logan Ewell's fly ball just kept on carrying. I thought that had no chance making it to the track. And that's where Perito made the catch. Toki leads. Here's the pitch. Inside, that gets way by Tim Reynolds. This time, no chance to block it. Toki strolls on into second base. So 2-0 the count and a runner in scoring position for the Bucs now.
Yeah, Neely really not helping his case now. A hit by pitch and wild pitch and back-to-back at-bats. And after looking really good to start off this inning, now a dangerous situation for the Bucs offensively.
2 balls, no strikes, a chance to bring home the first run of the day here on a Sunday afternoon. Sun fully over us now at Mulcahy. Runner off second, it's Jaden Toki. Neely out of the stretch. Here's the pitch, swung on, ripped foul right side. Joey Nara brought in his hands there quickly as he takes another check swing right out of the batter's box. So 2-1 the count on the center fielder. He's in a bit of a slump, just 1 for his last 16, so it would be a big spot for him. An RBI chance as Jaden Toki takes his lead over at second base. Bottom of the second here, no score, Bucs and Chinooks. Nearly set out of the stretch. Now he comes home. Pitch is laced into the right center field gap. Orion Medeiros makes the grab though, one-handed. About 10 feet in front of the warning track. Joey Narrett gave it a ride, but could not come up with the hit. Well, the Bucs leave Jaden Toki stranded at second after his hit by pitch. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left on base. We'll head to the third. Still no score between the Bucs and the Chinooks. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Back here at Mulcahy Stadium. Glad you're with us. Milo Hoffman and Alex Burstein on hand as we head to the top of the third. Still nothing between the Bucs and the Chinooks. Just one combined hit for the two sides. It's Landon Underhill's ripping single to right field. But other than that, offense has been quiet. Now it's Tim Reynolds leading off, the catcher for the Chinooks. Still Keith Finazzo on the hill. He kicks and deals. First pitch, a wave and a miss. 0-1. Finazzo fresh off, striking out the side back in the second inning. Works quickly on the hill, already set on the rubber. Gets the sign. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. The Chinooks just cannot pick up the ball out of Keith Finazzo's hand right now. Finazzo's second straight start against Chugiak. Went a stellar 5 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1 run against them last time out. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swung on, hit on the ground, third base side foul. Still 0-2 now on Tim Reynolds, the catcher. Tim Reynolds hitting just .083 on the season. Hasn't played too many games though. 0-2 pitch, way outside. It's just his 4th game of the ABL campaign for Tim Reynolds. 1-2 now on the catcher. Nothing. Bucs and Chinooks. Here's the offering. Fastball missed outside. And it's 2-2. Luke Taylor there, the catcher, gave Finazzo some reassurance. He liked that spot. Just a tick outside. So 2-2 now on Reynolds. Chinooks looking for their first hit of the afternoon. Pitch bounced up there. 3-2 now. Defense played straight out for the Bucs. Center fielder Joey Narrett about as central as you could possibly be. Finazzo gets the sign. Held high at the glove. Pitch, a wave and a miss. 4th straight K for Cade Finazzo. One gone here in the top of the third.
Well, it was that fastball working really well early on, but how about a couple of nasty curves there against Reynolds that just get him looking silly on the swing. A really nice final pitch there from Finazzo, and he is rolling on the mound.
But now it's Trent Cornell. Rolling could be an understatement. Has yet to give up a hit to the Chinooks. 4 strikeouts. First pitch, a fastball just missed outside. 1-0. He has a big smile on the mound. You know when you're feeling it. You're cheesing up there. Everything's just feeling like it's working. Jaden Toki comes on just a bit over at third base. Pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. A heater, and it's 1-1. Trent Cornell, the shortstop, hitting .225 on the season. Finazzo kicks and deals. Pitch, a wave and a miss. 1-2. Tied him up on the off-speed inside. So 1-2 now on Cornell. Finazzo as confident as can be. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 5 straight strikeouts for Finazzo. 2 gone here, top 3. Wow. He has his strikeout stuff today, and it's funny because 2 outings ago, we were saying Finazzo was not a strikeout pitcher. Yeah. He had just 6 total coming into last start against the Chinooks. 5 already today. Back to the top of the lineup. Tauscher swings, lofts one weakly towards left field. That'll bloop in for a base hit. Kai McGarry gave it a dive, but couldn't come up with it. So it's a single first hit of the day for the Chinooks here. 1 on with 2 out in the top of the 3rd.
Yeah, that one placed in a really difficult part down the left field line. McGarry made up a lot of space and a good effort, but was able to get in front of it. That kept it from being multiple bases. So good effort and good hit as well.
Oh, there goes the no-no, if anyone was keeping track. So runner on first, it's Aiden Tauscher. Now the hitters, Isaiah Perito. Bitch, he fouls one back. 0-1 quickly on the right fielder. Perito grounded out to second, back in the first. Finazzo peers in for the side. Here's the kick and the deal. Bitch lofted in the air towards left center field, but playable for Kai McGarry. Over to his left, and he makes the grab. So, Keith Finazzo gives up the first hit of the day to the Chinooks, but he racked out 2 strikeouts in the inning, 5 on the day for the starter. We'll head to the home half of the 3rd, still 0-0 between the Bucs and the Chinooks. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back here at Mulcahy Stadium as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still no score between the Bucs and the Chinooks. Still Liam Neely, the pitcher, on the hill for Chugiak. And it's back to the top of the lineup for the Bucs. It's Kai McGarry who starts things off here in the home half of the 3rd. So far 0 for 1 on the day for the left fielder. Grounded out to short back in the 1st. Liam Neely ready. Here's the pitch. McGarry shows bunt. Pitch is way outside. So 1-0 now on the left fielder, who's actually seen a lot of action out in left. Made the last put out of the top frame of the 3rd, but was inches away from diving to stop the first hit of the day for the Chinooks, but couldn't come up with it. 1-0 pitch. Fastball missed outside, so 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Kai McGarry. He's been a Chinook killer this season. .416 average against Chugiak. He waves his half yellow, half black bat. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Called a strike on the outside corner. Catcher Tim Reynolds couldn't glove it, but it was a called strike anyway. So 2-1 now on McGarry. .293 average coming into the day. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, hit on the ground towards third base. McGlon's there, gloves it, throws across the diamond, scoop by Mitchell, and they got him in time. A nice scoop by Jake Mitchell, the first baseman, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, bouncing ball over there to third base. Good job by McGlon to be able to get a hold of it. And probably could have waited a second more to throw it and avoid that bounce. But when you're facing off against a fast runner against like McGarry, you just want to get it out of your glove in time. And luckily it all works out for the Chinooks.
Now they're James Provencio for the Bucs. Right on left matchup. There's the pitch. That's hit foul down the left field line. 0-1. Provencio grounded out to third base back in the first inning. Trying to get on base here for the Bucs. Just 2 combined hits between the two sides so far on this Sunday afternoon here at Mulcahy Stadium. Glad you're with us. There's the 0-1 pitch, high and wide. It was a heater, so 1-1. Overcast skies here for the second day in a row. We've been used to the sun. It's been in and out on this Sunday afternoon here in Anchorage. See if it peers over the clouds once more during our game today. Here's the 1-1 pitch, hit hard on the ground, second base side. Laidley's there, fires to first in time. So Provencio hit it on the screws. It was a loud sound, but 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, he's had hard contact twice to second base today, but just isn't able to find the gaps. And that's been a big part of what he's done all year long, those grounders that squeak past the infielders. So now it's just timing up your hits a little bit better if you're Provencio.
Now it's Landon Underhill has the only hit of the day for the Bucs. It was a single to right field. He's been swinging it as of late. Stands in the lefty box. First pitch to him, left high and wide on the off speed. So 1-0 now on Underhill. Now 8 of his last 14 coming into this at bat. Here's the 1-0 offering. Breaking ball missed low. So 2-0. 292 average, trying to get back up over 300. That's where he sat for a good portion of the season. But before this hot streak, he was cold. 2-0 pitch is hit hard on the ground, right side. Lately, the second baseman backs up. Now he fires to first in time. So Lately was forced to back up about 2 feet in front of the outfield grass, but he made the play in the end. And the Bucs go in order in the bottom of the third. We'll head to the fourth, still 0-0 between the Bucs and the Chinooks. Don't go anywhere. It's Bucs baseball. We'll be right back. We go to the fourth here at Mulcahy Stadium. Milo Hoffman and Alex Burstein on hand here on a Sunday matinee between the Bucs and the Chinooks. No score between these two sides, though. Here in the fourth inning, Keith Finazzo trying to lock it down once again. He's been dominant. 5 strikeouts on the day. At one point, he had those 5 in a row to end the second and into the third. Pitch is left outside. And it's 1-0 to Brady Groves, the DH. 0 for 1 on the day. A fly out to first base back in the first. Pitch, he hits it high in the infield. Left side. Shortstop Landon Underhill camps under, and he makes the grab. That was sky high. Almost touched the clouds over here in Anchorage. And there's one gone here in the top of the fourth. So one out here, top four, and Patrick McGlon is now the hitter for the Chinooks. He's 0 for 1. That's going to be a theme. The Chinooks only have one hit here so far. Pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Flew out to right field back in the first. Right on right matchup. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside. Fastball miss, so 2-0. It's funny how Finazzo actually smiles after almost every pitch. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. That one was a ball, so 2-0 is chopped on the ground slowly towards third base. Toki gears up for the throw. It is on time. A nice throw from Jaden Toki, and there's 2 gone here in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, good to see Toki get a smooth throw over the first base. He's had some up and down plays over there in the hot corner, but obviously a very talented ball player and nice routine play there.
Chopped slowly, so he had to fire it over there with a little bit of pace. He did so successfully. So now Jake Mitchell, the hitter for the Chinooks. Pitch to him is lofted in the air, but right towards the center fielder, Joey Nair. He's there, makes the grab, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for Cade Finazzo. He's feeling it on the mound today, smiling off the rubber. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Still 0-0. Bucs in the Chinooks. Will we get some offense? I don't know. Find out. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. It's Bucs Baseball. Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium, everyone. Glad you're joining us on this Sunday afternoon. Milo Hoffman and Alex Burstein with you. We head to the bottom of the fourth, 0-0 the score between the Bucs and the Chinooks. Just 2 combined hits for these 2 sides so far today. Still Liam Neely on the hill for the Chinooks. He's looked really, really good. Actually has yet to strike out a batter, but has induced soft and weak contact throughout the entirety of the afternoon. Hitter's Luke Taylor for Anchorage. First pitch to him is a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1 now on the catcher. He was hit by a pitch back in the first. One of 2 hit by pitches so far for the Bucs today. Neely gears up for the 0-1. Here it is, swung on, hit hard towards left field, down for a base hit. Just over Trent Cornell, the shortstop. So a 1-out leadoff single for Luke Taylor here in the bottom of the fourth. Bucs have something going. See if they can get the offense going here in the fourth. It's been quiet all day long. Just the second hit of the day for the Bucs.
Yeah, that's a nice, easy piece of contact for Taylor. Takes one on the outside half of the zone and just gets it over the head of Cornell over at short. So, nice piece of hitting, and we'll see if the Bucs can do something with it.
Well, the hitter and a chance to do something with it is Ren Matsuzaki with his open stance in the lefty box. Taylor leads. Here's the pitch. That's chopped on the ground towards first base. Mitchell steps on the bag. There's one. Throw to second, and the tag is applied by Trent Cornell, the shortstop. That's a double play. And just like that, there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Wow, that was turned quickly. A 3-6 DP. You don't see that too often,
No.
but a heads-up play from Jake Mitchell, the first baseman. Speaking of first baseman, here's the first baseman for the Bucs. It's Sean Toger with 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch to him is left outside, 1-0.
And usually as the first baseman, you'd want to go to second to get the force out, but he knew Taylor's not the fastest runner and was able to get a force and a tag out. You don't usually see that on a double play.
There's the 1-0 pitch to Sean Toger. Outside, 2-0. Well, if you're that close to the bag, you might as well step on it. He didn't even have to move. He fielded it, stepped on the bag, and made a dart throw to Cornell, the shortstop. Well done by the Chinooks. Counts 2-0 on Sean Toger. Here's the pitch. That's turned on. Deep to right center field. Back goes Medeiros. He looks up, and that ball's gone! First homer of the year for Sean Toger. A solo shot, and it breaks the 0-0 tie. 1-0 Bucs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, Toger just unleashed on the fastball. No chance about it for any of the outfielders, and that one just gets over the right center field wall. Hasn't been much of a power hitter this year. He's mainly just been getting on base when he's at the plate, but just unleashes on one. We've seen him do it in batting practice, and how about in the game? That's definitely going to put a dent in Neely's confidence.
Well, now the hitter Logan Ewell, 1-0 off of Sean Toger's solo shot, his first of the season. Pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 now on Logan Ewell. Right fielder today for the Bucs. There's the pitch, down in the dirt, 1-1.
Well, the swing of events, you go from the 3-6 double play to a home run.
Yeah.
Complete momentum shift.
He's been waiting for that first one,
Yes.
Sean Toger. He has the power, not to a deep part of the park, into right center field. 1-1 the count on Logan Ewell. Neely's pitch, chopped on the ground, first base side, just foul.
That foul ball brought to you by Alaska Restaurant.
1-2 now on Logan Ewell, 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. Sean Toger just hit a solo shot out to deep right center field to break the 0-0 tie. 1-2, 2 outs. Neely kicks and deals. Here's the pitch. Bounced up there. 2-2. A 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1-0 Bucs on top here in the bottom of the 4th. That homer from Toger, just the 3rd hit of the day for Anchorage. Right on left matchup at Mulcahy Stadium. Neely shakes off one pitch, shakes off another. Now he gets the sign. Twists and deals. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, lofted high in the air towards right center field again. Back goes Medeiros, forced to the wall, and that ball leaves the yard! Back-to-back homers for the first time this season. The Bucs lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. To the same part of the ballpark. Ewell and Toger back-to-back in a belly-to-belly. Wow. Just like that, the offense is booming.
Yeah, it wasn't quite the shot from Toger that got out in a hurry. That one soaring through the outfield. Medeiros thought he had a chance at it this time, but then watched up as it just snuck over that right field fence, and very, very impressive stuff here from the Bucs. They needed this.
That's Logan Ewell's 2nd homer of the season. 2-0, back-to-back shots. Now Toki the hitter in the dirt. So 1-0 now on the 3rd baseman. Toki was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning. Just like that, the Bucs offense is feeling it, but 2 solo shots. So if you're Liam Neely, you're not too mad at this. Now, if there were runners on, it would be a whole different story. 2-0 Anchorage. 1 ball, no strikes on Jaden Toki. Here's the pitch, down low. 2-0. Four hits now on the day for the Bucs, just 1 for the Chinooks. 2 balls, no strikes on Jaden Toki. There's the kick and the deal. Bounced up there, 3-0 now. All this done with 2 outs. The Buck 2-out offense has been something as of late. It's really been their only offense for some reason. they get this sort of feeling when there's 2 outs that they got to get something across, and they end up doing it. Now 2 runs across for the Bucs in the inning, 2 solo shots, back to back. Here's the 3-0 pitch, in there for a strike, and it's 3-1. The 3 balls, 1 strike on Jaden Toki. We're here in the bottom of the 4th, Bucs lead 2-0. Neely's pitch, taken outside, ball 4. So Jaden Toki's aboard for the 2nd time today. His first walk is hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning. So a 2-out runner aboard for the Bucs here. Already 2 runs home in the bottom half of the 4th.
Yeah, Neely just looks a little more hesitant to throw into the zone here after giving up those back-to-back jacks, and now you're facing off against another lefty in Narrett, and, you know, he's going to be, I figure, a little nervous.
Peers in for the sign. The hitter's Joey Narrett. Toki leads off first. Here's the pitch, down in the dirt. Well, if you think back to the 2nd inning, Joey Narrett laced one to right center field. Seems like that's where the ball's carrying out today.
Yeah.
Something's going. Funny, because the wind is actually blowing out to left field, but the bats are blowing out to right. 1-0 the count on Joey Narrett. Toki takes his lead off first base. Long pause. Now he comes home, pitch is turned on the ground. Second baseman Laley dives, comes up with it, throws the first, got him. A nice play from Keaton Laley, the second baseman, but the Bucs get 2 runs via 2 solo shots. Sean Toger and Logan Ewell go back-to-back. We head to the 5th. Bucs have a 2-0 lead. Don't go anywhere. It's Bucs baseball. We go to the 5th here at Mulcahy Stadium. Cade Finazzo still on the hill for the Bucs. He's been stellar. Pitching today, no runs, just 1 hit allowed, and striking out 5 guys. Now it's Orion Medeiros leading off for the Chinooks. Down 2-0. Bucs got 2 in the bottom of the 4th. 2 solo shots. Finazzo comes home. First pitch off speed in there for a strike. 0-1. Well, 2 back-to-back shots for the Bucs. Toger and Ewell see the 2-0 lead. A breaking ball turned on, grounded, foul, third base side. Medeiros struck out back in the 2nd. The middle strikeout of 3 in the inning for Cade Finazzo. Since then, hasn't striking out any guys, but 5 on the day. 0-2 count now on Orion Medeiros. He's seen 2 homers soar over him in the last inning. Pitch swung on, hit off the end of the bat into center field, a base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard for the Chinooks here in the top of the 5th. Down 2-0. See if they can get the offense going. Offense has been quiet for them all day long. Just their 2nd hit of the afternoon. It's the bottom of the lineup for Chugiak, though. Now the number 7 hitter Keaton Laley, the second baseman's up. He's been involved in this game, though, on the defensive side of things. Made a diving stop in the bottom of the 4th to retire Joey Narrett and the side. There's a couple putouts this afternoon. Trying to get the offense going. Struck out back in the second. There's the pitch. Almost hit him inside. So 1-0. Medeiros leads off first base. About 10 feet away from the bag. Now Finazzo works out of the stretch for just the second time today. Comes home, pitch, cold strike. 1-1 now on Keaton Lately. Chugiak scored just 3 runs yesterday against the Miners. All the runs they gave up, though, in the 6th and 7th innings. Bitch, a swing and a miss. 1-2. I should correct myself just a little bit. The majority of the runs, 8 runs the Miners scored between the 6th and the 7th to force a run rule win. Today, actually, Chinooks don't have a run. They scored at least 1 run in the first 3 innings in their last 4 games. So, scoreless here as we head to the 5th. Pitch, breaking ball, cold, strike 3. Painted on the outside corner. 1 gone here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, Finazzo just hooked that one into the outside third. An excellent late pitch there from Finazzo. Gets back in the strikeout column, now 6 on the day after he took a little break in the 4th. Just let his defense do the work. So, nice job by Finazzo.
A backdoor breaking ball always gets the job done. Now Tim Reynolds, the catcher, with Orion Medeiros leading off first. 1 gone here, top 5. There's the pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1 quickly. Tim Reynolds struck out back in the 3rd inning. Finazzo's really feeling the breaking ball today. Into his 5th inning of work. Back-to-back starts into the 5th. Here's the pitch. Called a strike right down Broadway on the fastball. So 0-2. Chugiak needs a win. Time's starting to wind down here in the ABL. It's tight throughout the entirety of the standings. But a loss today, they would just grow even further from 2nd place in a playoff spot. Check back to first, not in time. Including today, Chugiak has 12 more regular season games. So, they need to start hitting now if they want to come back into this one, if they want to spark for a playoff spot. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2nd straight strikeout for Cade Finazzo in the inning. That's 7 on the day, and there's 2 gone here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, Finazzo's found his pattern. It's pound the zone with strikes early on, maybe a couple fastballs, make the batter think he's going to see some heat, and then when you get to that 2-strike count, find some breaking ball that just gets them swinging. That's worked here so far for Finazzo.
Now 2 outs. Medeiros still leads off first. Pitch is high and tight to Trent Cornell. 1-0 now on the shortstop. 0-1 on the day with a strikeout back in the 3rd. Finazzo peers in for the sign from Luke Taylor. 1 ball, no strikes. Medeiros takes his lead off first base. Set at the belt. Now he comes home. Pitch is fouled off right side. Way out of play. 1-1. Medeiros leads off first. 25 stolen bases on the season for Chugiak. That's 3rd in the ABL. So not a team that's going to take off too much here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 gone. Check back to first. Medeiros was leaning a bit. He's safe, but Keith Finazzo is on something. He's checked back a couple times now. It's the number 9 hitter, Trent Cornell. Counts 1-1. Now, this could be a time to steal with the top of the lineup looming in case he get thrown out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Down and away. 2-1 now. Bucs have 2 runs via 2 solo shots. But other than that, starter for the Chugiak Chinooks doing pretty well. Liam Neely. Pitch, runner takes off, swing and a miss. Doesn't matter. Runner takes 2nd easily. So 2-2 now. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Taking 2nd, Medeiros, a stolen base. Their 26th of the season. Finazzo trying to work out of this jam here. A slight jam. Runner in scoring position. Bucs hold a slim 2-0 lead. Here's the 2-2 offering. Swung on, hit foul right side.
Foul ball brought to you by the Associated Builders and Contractors.
The 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Deuces wild here in the top of the 5th. Chinooks also have 2 hits on the day. And the Bucs hold a 2-0 lead. How many 2s can you find? Pitch down in the dirt. Medeiros takes off from second. Throw from Taylor is not in time. It was a dart from Luke Taylor. A risky play from Medeiros, who's already in scoring position. He got a good jump, though, so now he's at third base. Counts full on Trent Cornell. Payoff pitch looming from Cade Finazzo. He peers in for the sign. Bucs up 2-0 here, top 5. Long pause for Cade. Now he comes home outside. So it's a walk to Trent Cornell. Now the Chinooks have runners on the corners with 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. And the top of the lineup is coming up.
Yeah, this is a dangerous spot for the Chinooks, and obviously the stolen base was risky, but now you really open up the opportunity. Wild pitch or any base hit is going to score at least 1.
Pickoff attempt is not in time. Trent Cornell's safe. Aiden Tauscher, the hitter now, has 1 of 2 hits for the Chinooks so far. A bloop single over to left field. Finazzo takes a pause. Now he comes home. Pitches in the dirt. So 1-0 now on the leadoff man, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Luke Taylor's going to go out to the mound and talk with Cade Finazzo. Run into a bit of trouble here in the top of the 5th. He's been on cruise control throughout the entirety of the game, but all of a sudden, a single from Medeiros, a walk to Cornell. Mix in 2 strikeouts there in between, but runners on the corners for the Chinooks. Glad you're joining us here on a Sunday afternoon here in Alaska. It might not be afternoon wherever you are, but maybe earlier for wherever you are. Works out for everyone. A 2 p.m. first pitch here at Mulcahy Stadium. Just about an hour and 10 minutes into this one. We're in the 5th. Finazzo comes home. Pitch pours in for a strike. 1-1 now the count. A big spot in this one. Finazzo trying to buckle down and work out of this jam. It's Aiden Tauscher, the leadoff hitter. Check back to first, not in time. Just 6 combined hits for the 2 teams today. 2 of them for the Bucs solo shots out to right center field. Both of them back-to-back. Sean Toger and Logan Ewell. There's the 1-1 home. Swung on, hit well out to center field. That drives Narrett back towards the track, but he has time and space, and he makes the grab. He backtracks towards the wall, but he gloves it, and that retires the side here in the top of the 5th. The Chinooks leave 2 runners on, 1 hit, 2 run, and no runs come across. We'll head to the home half of the 5th. Still 2-0 Bucs on top. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We go to the bottom of the 5th here at Mulcahy Stadium. Bucs hold a slim 2-0 lead. It was 2 solo shots back in the bottom of the 4th from Sean Togert and Logan Ewell to give them the lead. See if they can tack on to that a bit here in the bottom of the 5th. Still Liam Neely on the hill for the Chinooks. Working into the 5th inning. The Chinooks throw their starters out there for a while. It's a common theme, actually. Liam Neely twists and deals. First pitch to Kai McGarry. His check swing slowly dribbled towards third base. Fielding is McGlon, throws the first in time. So nice play from Patrick McGlon. And there's one quick out here in the bottom of the 5th. As I was saying, it's been 12 straight games where starters for the Chinooks have gone at least 4 innings. So one quick out here in the bottom of the 5th. Kai McGarry slowly grounded out to third base. Now it's James Florencio, the number 2 hitter for the Bucs. And here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1. So Liam Neely eating up innings for Chugiak, trying to keep his side in this one. Right now they're in last place in the ABL. Lost 2 in a row, trying to get back in the win column. 1-0 pitch, fouled back at the plate. 1-1. Provencio so far 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. 1 to third and 1 to second. Those are his 2 positions. Funny enough, Provencio playing second today, but spent a lot of the time this season at third. He's actually really picked it up on defense as of late. No errors in about 3 weeks now. There's the 1-1 pitch. Hit softly on the ground towards third base. McGlon, for his second time in a row, throws across the diamond in time. So, 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bucs still hold a 2-0 lead. McGlon getting work over there at third base. James Florencio just sort of tapped that one. Now Landon Underhill, the hitter for the Bucs, up for the 3rd time today. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out to second. Nearly long pause. Glove at his eyes. Shakes off one pitch. Now he gets what he likes. Comes home. Pitch. Breaking ball down in the dirt. 1-0 now on Landon Underhill. Well, so far this season, and as of late, the Bucs have found offense with 2 outs. We'll see if they can do it again. Underhill's the hitter. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Down and away. 2-0. Underhill is 8 for his last 15. Feeling it at the plate. Lefty out of Dallas Baptist University. Nearly twirls and comes home. 2-0 pitch left high and wide. So 3-0. Speaking of universities, the Bucs actually just got some news. The relief pitcher, Jack Giordano, has just committed to Oregon State University, one of the top programs in the country. A big-time move for Giordano, formerly of University of San Diego. Underhill grounds one sharply towards second base, but Keaton Laidley's there, and he makes the play. So the Bucs go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. Oh, you heard it there, though. Jack Giordano moving on to Oregon State. Glad we could bring you the news as we head to the top of the 6th inning. 2-0. Bucs hold the lead, and we'll turn things over to my friend Alex Burstein on the other side. I'll be right back. Bucs baseball. Don't go anywhere.
To the top of inning number 6 here at Mulcahy Stadium alongside Milo Hoffman. My name's Alex Burstein, and Kate Finazzo stays in for another inning of work, trying for the longest start of the season thus far for the Bucs. He just needs 1 out to do so, and he'll try to get it against the number 2 hitter, Isaiah Perito, the center fielder out of Messiah University. Donning his half black, half white bat. Takes a couple practice swings. First pitch. Hits the outside corner for a strike on a fastball. 0-1 the count. Perito 0 for 2 on the day. A ground out in the first and a sharp liner to right field. Next pitch. Just outside. Also tried to hit the outside once again, but instead it moves to a 1-1 count. Nazo still working quickly. 1-1. Swung on and missed on outside fastball. And just like that, it's a 1-2 count. Finazzo just hitting 70 pitches on the day. 1-2. Cracked in the air high towards left field. Kai McGarry a couple strides back and makes the grab for out number 1. So a nice ride by Isaiah Perito, but that one gobbled up easily by McGarry, and there's 1 away in the top of the 6th.
Nazo just really feeling it. He's working fast. He has the strikeout stuff, but it's balanced too because he's putting the ball in play and making his defense work.
7 strikeouts on the day. He's only given up 2 hits. First pitch to Brady Groves. Hit back up on a line towards center field. Charging in. There it dives and can't make the grab. It bounces past him. Groves on his way to second base. The throw from Ewell is not in time. And a nice piece of hitting from Brady Groves has a runner in scoring position. Hit that one high towards center field, but it came dropping down. There with a nice diving try, but he missed it, and it kept on bouncing. Luckily, he had backup from his right fielder. But there's a runner in scoring position now as the Chinooks try to get back into this one, trailing 2-0 in the top of inning number 6. Patrick McGlon comes to the plate, the third baseman. He's had a busy day in the hot corner. Finazzo looks in for the sign from Luke Taylor. And the first pitch. Ripped on the ground, third base side, diving stop by Toki. Gets to his feet and throws in time. A 1-bounce throw. Nice play by Jaden Toki. And there's 2 away in inning number 6. It was a slow grounder down the third base line. Toki got it just before it went into the outfield and is able to leap to his feet and make the throw. Toki's been excellent here tonight. So, just like that, there's 2 away. Still a runner at second base for Jake Mitchell. First baseman stands tall in the righty's batter's box. First pitch. Breaking ball down the middle for a strike. 0-1 the count. Brady Groves over at second base. Mitchell trying for his first reach of the day. Strike out in the second, fly out in inning number 4. Finazzo looks in for the sign. Still working quickly here in his 6th inning of work. Here's the 0-1. Grounded towards short. Easy play for Underhill, who gathers and throws to first in time. A low throw. A nice job by Toger to dig it out. That's almost 1-2-3 inning. Just 1 hit off the bat of Brady Groves, but the Chinooks don't score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner stranded on the base pass here in the top of inning number 6. Longest start of the year for the Bucs. Kate Finazzo still dealing as we move to the bottom of inning number 6. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs Baseball. Back here at Mulcahy Stadium, we play to the last of the 6 here. A fast-paced game. The Bucs leading 2-0 over the Chugiak-Chinooks. Battle between the second and fourth place teams here in the Alaska Baseball League. Cade Finazzo already has a quality start for the Bucs. No runs given up through 6 innings. Now Liam Neely trying to do the same for the Chinooks. He stays in for another inning of work, giving up just 2 runs off of solo shots in the 4th. It'll be the heart of the lineup, 4, 5, 6 batters for the Bucs here, starting off with Luke Taylor. First pitch from the righty into the other batter's box on a fastball, 1-0 the count. Taylor will take a few steps out, readjust his bright yellow batting gloves before stepping in. A nice day for the catcher. 1 for 1, a single and a hit by pitch, his 11th of the year. Next pitch, cracked on the ground towards third, scooped up by McGlon, who fires across the diamond high, but a nice play by Mitchell to get it and tag Taylor right before he hit the bag. So McGlon fielded it very cleanly, but the throw a little bit too far inside and high for Mitchell. A nice play by the first baseman for 1 away.
Yeah, and McGlon has been really good over at third. That was sort of his first almost blemish on the day. He threw it high, but a nice job to readjust by the first baseman.
So there's 1 away for Ren Matsuzaki, the left-handed designated hitter. First pitch, fastball scrapes the outside corner for a strike, 0-1 the count. Matsuzaki grounded out back in the first and then grounded out to a double play in the 4th. It's down the first base line, 0-1. Hit in the air, foul to the left side. Mitchell, we were just talking about him, made a nice play. He grabbed the grounder, stepped on first base, and then threw to second, where Trent Cornell tagged out the runner, Luke Taylor, for a 3-6 double play. Not something you see often. Here's the 0-1. Matsuzaki grounds it towards second base. The shortstop Cornell gathers and throws in time. And that'll be a 6-3 putout for out number 2. Soft contact off the edge of the bat for Ren Matsuzaki. That's easily played by the shortstop. So Sean Toger comes to the plate. He's had himself quite a day. First home run of the year back in inning number 4. A towering fly ball out to right. Here's the first pitch. Misses low. Toger came into today hitting .276. Hadn't recorded a hit in July until that home run. That's a pretty good way to start off your month. 1 ball, no strike. Next pitch to Toger. Hits the bottom part of the zone on a fastball. Evens out the count at 1 apiece. Liam Neely's been really good today. Has given up just 4 hits. The unfortunate part for him, 2 of them coming off of home runs. Here's the 1-1 inside. That's where things stand, 2-0. Bucs leading the Chinooks 2-0. Trying to get a second straight win after losing 5 in a row. Next offering, Toger takes low. Logan Yule awaits on deck. Jaden Toki in the hole. Bucs offense has been quiet for about 2 weeks now. This is the loudest it's been off of extra base hits for quite some time. Here's the 3-1. Cracked on the ground towards first. Just goes foul. Sharp grounder from Sean Toger, who's seen the ball really well out of the hands of Liam Neely. The righty's done very good today against the majority of this lineup. You look at the top 3 guys, they've gone 1 for 9 today. A lot of outs from most of these players, but Sean Toger's made hard contact each time. A sharp fly out his first time up, and then the home run. 3-2, the payoff pitch. Toger watches one bounce in the dirt. That will be a full count walk for Toger to get a run around with 2 away.
And Toger's been real patient at the plate when he's needed to as well. So it was a really nice day for Sean Toger all around. Good stuff out of him, and yeah, feels good to get your first homer off the board too.
Yeah, a little weight off the bat of the Garden City Community College product. Logan Yule also had a weight off his back. Not his first home run, but his second a couple of innings ago. Maybe we'll try for a 2-blast day. First pitch to the lefty, down low and inside. He'll step out of the batter's box to readjust his helmet. Dylan Espinal having a word with Sean Toger at first base. He's the first base coach tonight, and most nights of the season, Joe Silva over at third, standing relaxed. No one over there at this time. 2 outs, 1 on. 1-0 the count on Ewell. Next pitch. Fastball goes low. Moves it to a 2-0 count. Bucs have only scored in 1 inning today. You'd love to get some insurance. See if Cade Finazzo comes out for a 7th inning of work, or if maybe we'll see the first bullpen move of the day for either one of these teams. A second straight pitching battle for the Bucs here at Mulcahy Stadium. Here's the 2-0. Inside and low. Neely with a little more trouble placing that fastball here as the game goes on. He's been missing low a lot here, especially to the left-handed tandem of Toger and Ewell. Jaden Toki, a righty, awaits on deck. A welcome sight for Neely. 3 balls, no strikes. The righty fires, and it's in the dirt. Nice job by Reynolds to keep it from going to the backstop, but another walk back-to-back here means there's runners at first and second base with 2 away. We talked about it all day, but the 2-out rallies helping the Bucs so much. That'll be the end of the day for Liam Neely. He just falls short of a quality start, but it's 5 2/3 innings of very excellent baseball for the right-hander. We'll step aside as a pitching change for the Chinooks. Bucs still up 2-0. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. Back here at Mulcahy Stadium, a pitching change for the Chugiak-Chinooks, trailing 2-0 as Luke McCoy comes in to relieve Liam Neely, who went a very strong 5 2/3 innings, giving up 2 home runs. But he's responsible for the runners at first and second base, a pair of walks to Logan Ewell and Sean Toger, as the Bucs getting something going here in the 6th, trying to extend this 2-run lead, maybe get some insurance for whoever comes out onto the mound next. You have to imagine that this longer inning, it might be the end of the day for Cade Finazzo, but boy, has the right-handed starter been excellent today for the Bucs. Jaden Toki comes to the plate. The third baseman has been dazzling in the field here today. Stands in the righty's batter's box. First pitch. Fastball hits the bottom outside corner. 0-1 the count. McCoy making his 8th appearance of the year, an 0-1 record, 4.5 ERA. Solid stuff out of the Seton Hill University product. A couple of players from Seton Hill on this Chinook squad. Leads off of first and second base. Here comes the 0-1. Bounces in the dirt. Nice stop by Reynolds. Reynolds has done a really good job today.
That wasn't even a block. He kind of just put his glove out there and he tapped it down. Really impressive. That would have been an easy bag for both runners.
Reynolds out of TCU. He doesn't play at the school. He's a manager for the baseball team, but getting some reps during this summertime with the Chinooks. Played junior college baseball and just loves being around the game. 1 ball, 1 strike. McCoy checking back between second and home, and now he fires down in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike on Toki. The inning started off very quickly for the defense of the Chinooks. A ground out to third by Luke Taylor, and then a sharp grounder to short by Ren Matsuzaki. But back-to-back bases on balls have really helped out the Bucs' cause here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 2-1 outside. Almost exclusively fastballs here early on from Luke McCoy, and has just had trouble painting the zone. Toki now up 3-1 in the count. McCoy in danger of loading the bases. He looks in for the sign with the ball behind his bat. Now sets at his chest. Here's the 3-1. Hit on the ground towards third, past a diving third baseman. Around third base, it's John Toger in to score, and that's an RBI ground ball double for Jaden Toki. Bucs lead 3-0 in the bottom of the 6th.
Really nice piece of hitting for Jaden Toki there. Just pulled in his hands, ripped it on the ground, and that's what we're used to seeing out of the third baseman. Right back to the position that he normally plays. So a diving stop he's had this game. McGlon couldn't come up with it there.
Yeah, McGlon just a couple of inches away from getting to the ball, but could not. And just like that, Bucs have some insurance. Now it's Joey Narrett at the plate with runners at second and third. Here's the first pitch. Narrett launches the ball low. 1-0 the counts. Well, that is something that Toki desperately needed. His first hit since June 18th. He's now reached all 3 times today. A hit by pitch, a walk, and now a very nice RBI double. And there's still damage to be done. Here's the 1-0. Fouled off sharply to the right side.
Back-to-back games now for Toki with an RBI. Yesterday he had a sac fly. This time, a double.
I think he'll prefer the double.
Yeah.
Both count towards his total, but one helps out your batting average a lot more than the other. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sean Toger came in to score. Logan Ewell is at third base. And as you mentioned, Jaden Toki at second. Bucs up 3-0 in this Sunday afternoon affair. Next pitch. Bounce towards second base. Coming in lately, makes the play and throws to first in time. A 4-3 putout gets the Chinooks out of it, but not before 1 run comes across the plate for the Bucs off of 1 hit. An RBI double from Jaden Toki. 2 Bucs stranded, but they lead 3-0 as we go to the 7th. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. To the top of inning number 7 here at Mulcahy Stadium. A slightly more comfortable 3-0 lead now for the Anchorage Bucs after an RBI double from Jaden Toki scored Sean Toger in the bottom half of inning number 6. Pitching change for the Bucs, their first of the day as Luke Barch comes in to relieve Cade Finazzo. An excellent start for the right-hander. And now it'll be up to Barch, the Alaska native, to keep things going defensively here for Anchorage. Araya Medeiros starts things off, the righty-righty matchup. First pitch from Barch. Fastball hits the outside third for a strike. 0-1 the count. 7th appearance of the year for Luke Barch. He's been a one-inning guy, only 8 innings, but a very respectable 2.25 ERA. Here's the 0-1. That one off the glove of Taylor and outside. 1-1 the count.
He's been more than respectable. He's been almost dominant. I mean, a 2.25 ERA. You know, he has that crafty stuff, a big sweeping slider that he likes to go to a whole bunch.
He's given up runs in just 3 appearances this year. 1-1. Pop back. Gave up 1 run against the Chinooks on June 30th. That's the last time he's pitched against this Chugiak squad. Did go an inning on the 4th of July against the Glacier Pilots, and it was a scoreless 1-hit inning. But that one won't count towards his stats. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch to Medeiros. Breaking ball inside. Right fielder with a good eye on that one. Singled back in inning number 5 and showed off his wheels in the field. A stolen base of second and then stole third as well. First you have to get on. 2-2. Popped foul again. Medeiros just battled off an outside fastball and got to it late. Sends it soaring back above the press box here at Mulcahy Stadium. Shallow crowd on hand, cloudy skies in Anchorage, Alaska. Barch rocks and the 2-2. Outside. Tried the breaking pitch. Medeiros thought about it. You could see him salivating at it, but held back. And a nice play by the right fielder to hold back. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the payoff pitch. Fastball grounded towards shortstop Underhill. Leans down, gloves it, and throws to first in time. A nice play by the shortstop. He's been excellent today. And there's 1 away in the top of inning number 7.
Nice shot from Underhill to come on, charge that one. Sort of rounded the ball because that's what you're told to do. You're told to round the ball, put your glove down, then throw nice and easy. So he's been pretty good defensively today.
Yeah, Underhill's had to make the adjustment to that shortstop position. Has played there for about half a week now. Kean Laidley at the plate. First pitch breaking ball in there for a strike. Grant Haas was the everyday shortstop, and we say everyday because we mean it. He did not miss a single regular season matchup before pulling a hamstring. He's been out for a few games now. 0-1 pitch inside, and it clips the knee of Laidley. So, a hit by pitch for Laidley's first reach of the day, and there's 1 on with 1 out. Barch tried to do an inside slider against a left-handed hitter, but just lost a little bit of control.
Yeah, you're right. Slider just hooked too much. Sometimes breaking ball have no break. That one had too much.
So, Laidley safe at first base. Tim Reynolds coming to the plate. The catcher hitting just .083 on the year. He struck out swinging twice today. Has been great in the field. Now he hopes his bat can come along with it. First pitch. Reynolds fouls it off, bouncing towards the Bucs dugout. You mentioned earlier it's only his 4th game played of the year. Here's something interesting. He's only played in 4, and 3 of them have come against the Bucs.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've heard his name a whole bunch.
So he plays not very much, sparingly for the Chinook squad, but when the Anchorage team comes, you know, it's time for Reynolds to get his reps. Lead off of first base, shallow by Laidley. Here's the 0-1. Breaks inside. Nice pitch to the right-hander. And it's a 1-1 count now. Finazzo was dealing against Reynolds. Had 7 strikeouts on the night. 2 of them came against the catcher out of TCU. Lead off of first base. And here's the 1-1. Hit in the air sharply towards center field. Coming over and making the grab, Joey Narrett. And a nice play by the center fielder to take the line drive hit away. And there's 2 away now in inning number 7. Laidley forced to stay at first base. That one just hit sharply, slicing through the thin air here in Anchorage. And there's 2 away for the 9-hitter, Trent Cornell. University of San Francisco just wrapped up his freshman year, didn't play, but has been getting some good reps here in the ABL. First pitch from Barch, fastball just a hair low. Nice looking pitch from Barch. The right-hander has been dealing in his first inning. Barch just wrapped up his freshman campaign at Augusta University. 1 ball, no strike. Barch peeks over his left shoulder, seeing what Laidley's doing. He's staying put so far. 1-0. Fastball this time into the zone.
Barch really has good command.
Yeah.
You could tell he works off of that off-speed pitch, but very comfortable just putting the fastball in the strike zone, having the hitter do what they want with it.
It's been one of the more efficient relievers this season for the Bucs. So he looks over at first again and decides he'll throw home. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Fastball taken just at the waist for a strike. And Barch ahead in the count now, 1-2.
The sun is really starting to appear here.
Yeah, we
Shade
went
my
from
eyes.
cloudy 5 minutes ago to straight overhead coverage of the sun. That'll mostly affect the infielders here. 1 ball, 2 strike. Pickoff attempt to first, not in time. It's been like this the last couple of days. 4th of July was all sunny, and then for this weekend set for the Bucs against the Glacier Pilots, now the Chinooks, it's been rainy, then cloudy, then sunny, and then repeat the whole process. Luckily, it's been dry here today. 1-2 runner takes, popped up out of play to the right side. So Laidley battles or tries to steal a base, but Cornell battles off a fastball high, and it's a 1 ball, 2 strikes on the right-handed shortstop. Cornell struck out in inning number 3, walked in the 5th. He struck out in 4 of his last 5 plate appearances dating back to yesterday. Pickoff attempt to first, not in time. Barch hoping to keep that trend going. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the shortstop. Now that Barch saw Laidley wants to steal, he's going to keep an extra close eye on him. Long wait, and the 1-2. Runner stays put, breaking ball fouled back. Late. Cornell battling off a few pitches here to stay alive. 2 away here in the top of the 7th. Bucs lead 3-0. 5 hits for Anchorage compared to just 3 for Chugiak. Cade Finazzo worked an excellent 6 innings before giving way to Luke Barch this inning. 1-2, fastball fouled back. Back-to-back-to-back foul balls here from Trent Cornell to stay alive. He's just getting a little piece of it each time. These last 2 have not gone very far away from home plate. So soft foul balls, but that's all you need to stay alive. Laidley takes a couple of strides off of first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cornell. Barch sets his left foot way in front of his right. Now comes set. And the next pitch. Popped foul to the right side. Fastball to the outside third there, and nice job by Cornell to just send it flying off the outside of the bat. Barch has to be careful here. You can see that Cornell able to make contact. Really want to get him to chase if you can. 1-2. Bounce towards third. It goes foul. Now 5, 6 straight foul balls.
That is 5 straight.
Yeah. How about that? It was a 1-1 count, and now Cornell and Barch locked in a battle. Still 2 away, runner at first base. Here's the 1-2. Pitch high. So Barch being tested here, evens out the count at 2 apiece. Barch was a starter at Augusta this past spring, went as long as 7 innings. But this summer he's been a reliever, but he knows how to work long outings, high pitch counts, so this isn't the end of the world. 2-2, runner takes, it's off the shoulder of Cornell. And a disappointing end to the at-bat for Luke Barch, who battled strong through 6 pitches that were fouled off by Cornell, and looks like he's in a little bit of pain here. Kneeling, took 3 steps down the first base line, but is now hunched over in pain. as the coaching staff will come over to check on Cornell. It's a fastball that just was worn on the left side by Cornell. We'll take a quick step aside here at Mulcahy Stadium and be right back. This is Anchorage Bucs Baseball. Back here at Mulcahy Stadium, great to see Trent Cornell get up and walk to first base on his own. Took a fastball to his left shoulder and originally looked to be okay. Took a couple of steps down the first base line before falling to his knees in pain. Had a quick visit with the trainer, but will stay in the game. And now, a dangerous position for the Chinooks. 2 on with 2 outs, and the top of the lineup coming to the plate, Aiden Tauscher for Chugiak here. Stands tall, first pitch to the lefties, a fastball outside and low. Luke Barch in for the Bucs, his first inning of relief work. Got a ground out to start things off, but has hit 2 of the last 3 batters to give some life to this Chugiak team, trailing 3-0 in the top of the 7th. 1-0 pitch. Fastball hits the outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tauscher has had a nice day. Reached on air in the first, singled in the third before a hard fly out to center field in inning number 5. The Adams State product. Looks towards Barch. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. It just never got past the outside, and it's a 2-1 count. Tauscher, a Murrieta, California native. Just wrapped up his junior year of college baseball. Has been really solid over there at Adams State Division II squad. Here's the 2-1. Popped up way high into the air for Luke Taylor. Now it's Jaden Toki, the third baseman, who comes in and drops it. Jaden Toki made the long route over about 30 feet from the third base bag down the third base line on the infield pop-up. It went towards the top part of his glove and just slithers its way off. And just like that, second error of the day on the third baseman, and the bases are loaded here for the Chinooks in inning number 2. Excuse me, inning number 7.
Yeah, I was popped high in the air. Yeah, you said it. Luke Taylor had it for a sec. Then he was called off by Toki. If you got the chance to get it to one of your infielders instead of your catcher or pitcher, that's what you want. But Toki just dropped it at the end. I thought he had it for a second, then it just fell.
So, Keaton Laidley at third base, Trent Cornell at second, Aiden Tauscher at first, and Isaiah Perito with a chance to do some damage here as Joe Silva makes a walk out to the mound, and we're going to see a pitching change. The day over for Luke Barch. He goes just 2/3 of an inning and leaves the bases loaded. We'll take a step aside here in inning number 7. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs Baseball. Back here at Mulcahy Stadium, top of inning number 7 here in Anchorage, Alaska. A 3-0 lead for the Bucs over the Chinooks, but Chugiak threatening here in the top of the 7th. They have the bases loaded, and a pitching change here for Anchorage as Colin Linder comes in to relieve Luke Barch, the right-hander out of Arizona State University. Just his second appearance of the year. Worked a scoreless inning earlier this week against the Matsu Miners. Now he's hoping to just get one quick out. It'll be Isaiah Perito coming to the plate out of Messiah University. The right-hander looks in. Linder. And fires. Fastball swung on and missed. That's his main pitch. Linder doesn't get too fancy with it. He just fires up that fastball, but it's one of the faster you're going to see here in the Alaska Baseball League. No balls, 1 strike quickly here on Perito. He's 0 for 3 today. Fly out, line out, ground out. Next pitch, fastball clips the bottom outside corner, and it's 0-2 counts. Well, this is what you wanted Linder to do. Come in and get a quick out. Strikeout obviously preferred here if you're the Bucs. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Bases juiced in the top of the 7th. Bucs leading 3-0. Linder looks in for the sign and fires. Fouled back. First contact we've seen here today against Linder. Didn't play this past spring at Arizona State after wrapping up his junior college career at Northwest Florida State College. He was originally committed to Texas A&M out of high school. The 0-2 outside.
Yeah, Linder really has that fastball working today. You could tell it's off his hands and it kind of zips towards the plate with his big motion coming home. So he's going back to that heat a bunch.
He's a big guy, 6'3", 230. And you can tell it just goes all into his fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch. Breaking ball bounced high towards third. Toki grabs it, steps on the bag, and the force out brings the inning to a close. And now a late call from home plate umpire Ethan McCraney said it went foul. So no one made the call until after Toki had stepped on the bag, but everyone's going to retreat back to their bags. And just like that, it's still a 1-2 count on Perito.
Toki made a decent play to Justin step on third base, but a late call.
He thought he grabbed it on the line, but McCraney says ball had already passed into foul play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Perito. Runners with their leads at every bat. Next pitch, fastball poked foul to the left side. Against this lefty, Linder's been trying to chase him outside with that fastball. Got the first 2 past him, and now we've seen a few foul balls battled off from the center fielder. Trying for his first reach today. Linder readies and fires. Fouled off again, same direction.
It's a big battle from Perito. Now we've seen 7 pitches in this at bat, 3 straight foul balls. Still 1 and 2 though, so there's a lot of work to do to try to get on via walk or run this count full.
Linder dangles his right arm, now brings it onto the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Breaking outside. Luke Barch came in to start off the inning, loaded the bases after a hit by pitch, another one, and then an error by the third baseman, Jaden Toki. Linder now trying to clean it up. The 2-2. Fastball outside and away. Great job by Luke Taylor. He had to get to his knees to avoid that one from soaring all the way to the backstop. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bucs trying not to walk in the first run of the day for the Chinooks. Infield playing all the way back on the edge of the dirt here at Mulcahy Stadium. Linder looks in for the sign and now sets. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Isaiah Perito. The payoff pitch. Fastball popped up left side and it goes out of play. The long at-bat continues, now well north of 9 pitches, and it's at 10.
Yep, double-digit at-bat for Perito, and my goodness, I mean, I said he has a lot of work to do to work it full. Well, blink your eyes, now we're here.
Laidley, Cornell, and Tauscher have been anxiously awaiting off at every single foul ball, but they've had to retreat back to their bags. Linder trying for a strikeout. 3-2, runners take. Popped in the air towards center field. Narrett gets under it and makes the grab for out number 3. A long battle from Isaiah Perito ends with a flyout, and Colin Linder does just what he needs to do. Comes in and induces out number 3, and that brings the top of the 7th to a close. No runs off of no hits, 1 error, and the bases left juice. Stretch time here at Mulcahy Stadium. It's a 3-0 Bucs lead. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs Baseball. back here at Mulcahy Stadium, bottom of the 7th inning, Bucs leading 3-0 over the Chugiak Chinooks, trying for some more insurance as Kai McGarry comes to the plate, facing off against Luke McCoy. First pitch, way inside. Gary uses his hips and backs him up to avoid getting hit on the first pitch from Luke McCoy. McCoy came in and got out of the 6th inning. 1 run came across the plate for the Bucs. Here's the 1-0. Poked foul. RBI double from Jaden Toki. First batter that McCoy faced. However, the run charged to the first pitcher of the day, Liam Neely. Neely looked great through 5 2/3 innings, but walked back-to-back men. Here's the 1-1 offering. Fastball grounded sharply towards short on the ground. Trouble with his Cornell. He picks it up and throws to first in time. He got a clean glove on it, but the ball just popped in front of him. But a nice job by the shortstop to recover and throw to first base in time.
Number 7, James Provencio.
James Provencio comes to the plate. Looks like a couple of positional changes here in the field for the Chinooks in the top half of the 7th. Jake Mitchell has made the move over the shortstop, so he was the one who had made that nice play. First pitch hits the outside third to Provencio. Aiden Tauscher makes the move over to first base, and then over in left field will be Nick Hockmeyer. So, a couple positional changes here. Here's the 0-1 to Provencio. Bounce softly towards second, coming in. Lately makes the grab and throws to first on time. So, Provencio gets some softer contact than his last ground out to second. But once again, the Bucs offense going down quickly here in the 7th as Landon Underhill comes to the plate. Luke McCoy showing why he's one of the better relievers on this Chinooks team, trying to keep his team in it. The defense has been fine, only giving up 3 runs through 6 2/3 innings. The problem, the offense hasn't scored. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch to Underhill. It's taken outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Underhill singled back in the first, got to second on a stolen base, but is grounded out to second in back-to-back plate appearances. Here's the 1-0. Fastball hits the bottom outside corner, evens out the count at 1 apiece. Luke McCoy would love to get out of this inning unscathed. The Chinooks have just 6 outs to try to do something, get back in this game to avoid dropping another one. Here's the 1-1. Swung on it, missed a big swing towards the bottom of the zone from Underhill, but he comes up with nothing but air. Chinooks 6-12 on the season, already 7.5 games out of first place, and running out of time quickly. Here's the 1-2. Lifted in the air towards right field, stays shallow. Medeiros barely has to move, and the right fielder makes the grab for out number 3. So, Bucs go down quietly in the bottom of the 7th, 1-2-3, but still lead 3-0. We go to the 8th. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. to the 8th inning we go here at Mulcahy Stadium. A 3-0 lead for the Bucs, and Colin Linder will look to keep it at that as he enters his first full inning of relief. Came in the top half of the 7th, just needed to get one out with the bases loaded, and he did it. A long battle with Isaiah Perito, 11 pitches, but got the center fielder to fly out to center field for out number 3. And now the right-hander out of Arizona State University stays in for another inning of work. He'll face off against the heart of this Chinooks lineup. If they want to get something going, it's going to have to come from these guys. Brady Groves starts things off. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball chased outside, 0-1 the count. Groves doubled back in inning number 6, but was stranded there. It was one of the best hit balls we've seen all day here at Mulcahy Stadium for Chugiak. 0-1. Breaks low, and they say he did not swing, so 1-1 the count here on Groves. Hitting .268 on the year. Here's the 1-1. Taken high. That was the first extra base hit for Brady Groves since June 28th. He's been a power hitter for this Chinooks team. It's why he's in the 3 spot. Already 2 home runs on the season. Long wait from Linder with the glove at his face. Now turns and fires the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball, and it's a 2-2 count. Groves, of course, trying to pad his stats. Currently a member of the transfer portal, but not for a reason similar to many of these other players. As Linder looks in for the 2-2 and fires. That's high and inside. Groves just wrapped up his time at Oberlin College. He's in the portal because he's an engineering major, and the program was only 3 years.
Yep.
So he's very high academic and high athletic. Here's the payoff pitch, taken high, and Groves will strut down the first base with a walk. You love to see smart ball players, and Brady Groves definitely one of them. Still searching for his next home. He said he either wants to go to a high academic D1 or a high academic D3, so he'll be using the last of his eligibility to get some good baseball, but also help out his future engineering career. Patrick McGlawn, the third baseman, comes to the plate. Hitting .340 on the year, but he's 0 for 3 today. First pitch, fastball swung on and missed. Linder fired up the heater, and McGlawn just a second behind it. Pair of groundouts to third base for McGlawn. He's handing it to his own position. Long wait, the 0-1. Another fastball, another swing and a miss. Linder worked with the breaking pitch more on Groves, but with McGlawn, he's going back to his bread and butter. That fastball, first outside, now inside, gets him ahead in the count 0-2. Here's the next pitch. Another fastball and another swing and miss. Patrick McGlawn rung up on 3 strikes. And there's one away with one on here in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly. Fastball, fastball, fastball. Why go to anything else if that's the pitch that's working for you? And we talked about it before Linder came on. His fastball is the pitch for him. You show him why.
Brings Jake Mitchell to the plate. He's over at shortstop. Started the game at first base. First pitch, fastball taken inside. Mitchell, one of the taller players on this Chinooks team, comes in at 6'4". This is college baseball at Rogers State University, a Division II squad. Linder, the long wait. And the 1-out. Fastball taken for a strike on the bottom inside corner. He's now thrown 5 consecutive fastballs after missing for the walk to Brady Groves. And 4 of them have gone for strikes now. 3 pitch strikeout to Patrick McGlawn. Now a 1-1 count on Jake Mitchell. Next pitch, fouled back. You can guess it. It was a fastball. And Mitchell saw it out of his hand, thought he could do something with it. It was a nicely placed pitch from Linder. It was going to that bottom outside corner. And just a piece of it sliced off by Mitchell. So, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Small lead off of first by Groves. He's being checked by Toger. As Linder looks in, gets a sign he likes from Taylor and fires. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks from Linder. And there's 2 away here in the top of the 8th.
just fire right on by. Arm side here there from Colin Linder. Just tied him up in knots, high and in. Just perfectly placed.
Batters can do nothing about it. They haven't gotten much contact off of Linder at all. We had the fly out from Perito to end the 7th, and now it's just been walks and strikeouts since then. Orion Medeiros at the plate, the right fielder. First pitch from Linder. Fastball high and away. Keaton Laidley awaits on deck. Tim Reynolds in the hole. Chinooks trail 3-0. Top of inning number 8 here from Mulcahy Stadium. Trying to get some offense going to avoid losing a second straight game. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed. A rare breaking ball from Linder. And he gets some nice movement and a swing.
You almost said fastball again. You were expecting the fastball.
I'm all ready for it. But Linder fooled the batter and he fooled me. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Next pitch. There's the fastball. It's popped up towards shallow right center field. Few guys chasing after it. It's the right fielder, Ewell, who calls everyone off and makes the grab. So, 3 outs after a leadoff walk by Brady Groves. He's stranded at first base, and the Bucs still lead 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. Bottom of inning number 8 here at Mulcahy Stadium. The Anchorage Bucs with a 3-0 lead over the Chugiak Chinooks. Sunday afternoon baseball here in Anchorage, Alaska. Thank you so much for joining us. Alex Burstein joined alongside Milo Hoffman here for what's been a pitcher's duel. 3-0 the lead for the Bucs, trying to win back-to-back games for the first time in a couple of weeks. Anchorage was on a really cold stretch. Lost as many as 5 games in a row. Broke out of that skid yesterday, and they're now trying to win back-to-back games. It'll be the heart of the lineup against Luke McCoy, who's in for a 3rd inning of relief. Luke Taylor, the cleanup man, leads things off. Taylor singled back in the 4th. He's 1 for 2 today. Rock in the first pitch from McCoy. Blasted towards left field. This ball's got a chance, and it's off the wall. Taylor turns around first base and is into second. A liner off the back of Luke Taylor, and he's aboard for his first extra base hit of July.
Yeah, that ball did have a chance. I thought it could have gone over the wall, over in left field, but instead off the base of the wall over there in the State Farm sign out in left, but a ripper off Taylor. This is a big chance now for Matsuzaki to move him over and perhaps get another run in.
Taylor tied for the league lead in home runs at 3. He hasn't hit one since June 18th against this Chinook squad. Almost had 4 there, but he'll be happy with a double. And now Matsuzaki with a big chance. A designated hitter, wide open stance in the lefty's batter's box. First pitch taken for a strike, 0-1 the counts. Just the 6th hit of the day for the Bucs. They haven't had consistent offense at all now for a little bit. They haven't had 10 hits in 6 straight games. Don't know if they'll get there today, but they've made it work with what they've had. A pair of home runs, that big double from Taylor. They're just making it happen here, up 3-0. 0-1. popped shallow left field. The shortstop Cornell gets under it and makes the grab on the edge of the outfield turf. And there's one away here in inning number 8. That one just poked in the air by Matsuzaki, but came down crashing. The wind blowing slightly down from right field. So that won't help many of these lefty batters for the Bucs here in the bottom of inning number 8. Sean Toger to the plate. Blasted a home run back in inning number 4, walked in the 6th, and then came around to score. So he has 2 of the 3 runs today. First pitch from McCoy, taken low for a ball, 1-0 the count. McCoy came in the 6th, got 1 out, and then worked a clean 7th, trying to do the same in inning number 8 for the Seton Hill University product. McCoy looks in, 1 ball, no strikes on Toger, looks at Taylor at second, and now fires. Fastball misses low, 2-0 the count. McCoy comes from quite the baseball family. Obviously, he's continuing the legacy here in the summer and over at Seton Hill University, but comes from the Pittsburgh area and a lot of Pirates fans in the family. Here's the 2-0, blasted towards right field, and it drops on a line. Round third base, Luke Taylor, and he's in safely to score. An RBI single from Sean Toger, and the Bucs lead 4-0 in inning number 8. How about that? A 2-for-3 day for Sean Toger with an RBI, 2 runs, and a home run. He's had quite the offensive performance.
Yeah, a really, really nice day for Sean Toger, playing first base, and at the plate, he's been feeling it. A homer, like you said, and that gapper to right center.
So, Logan Ewell comes to the plate. The lefty of it trying to give some even more insurance. Bucs might get to 10 hits. They're at 7 now. Ewell waves his bat, first pitch, pop towards left field, slicing foul. Hockmeyer comes over, loses his hat, and loses the ball as well into foul territory. So, a 0-1 count here quickly on Ewell. Going back to McCoy, a lot of Pirates fans, and it's because they have some family members who played in the Pittsburgh system. His great-grandfather was a prospect for the Pirates. And how about his great-great-grandfather? He played against Honus Wagner.
Wow.
So
wow.
McCoy is in some very big footsteps here in his family, trying to do something similar. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lead off of first base. Pitch outside, throw down the first, not in time. How about that? Imagine your family legacy. You have a former MLB prospect and someone who's played after one of the greatest of all time.
That's unbelievable.
3 balls, 1 strike. McCoy looks over his shoulder. Won't throw the first, instead gets ready to fire home. Here it comes. Fastball roped towards right field, down for a base hit. Toger into second. He'll stay there. And back-to-back hits from the Bucs have runners at first and second with 1 away. Ewell took the pitch and sent it 1 bouncing into right field. A nice hit from Ewell, his second of the day. How about Logan Ewell and Sean Toger?
Same
All
thing.
of them have a home run, then a walk, and then a single.
I was just about to say that.
They're just
Copycat.
following each other's footsteps.
Anything you can do, I can do.
Toger has the slight leg up because he has the RBI as well in the
Yeah.
8th. And they also both flew out in the 2nd.
Wow.
So, almost identical stat lines here for the first baseman and right fielder today. They've both been good in the field and better at the plate. Jaden Toki, the third baseman, comes to bat here. 1 away, Bucs leading 4-0 in the bottom of inning number 8. Toki anxiously tapping his bat in the righty's batter's box. First pitch, changeup taken low. 1-0 the counts. Bucs now up to 8 hits on the day. They have a pair of errors in the field, both credited to Jaden Toki, but he's made up for it with his bat. Reached all 3 times, including ripping an RBI double in the 6th. Here's the 1-0. Toki watches another one low, bounced just behind home plate, and it's a 2-0 count.
This would be another big run for the Bucs to really give them comfortable lead. Driving Toger.
Toger with the lead off of second base. Logan Ewell shortly off of first. Look at second base. Here's the 2-0. Toki fouls one back. You can see Toki's swing getting more and more comfortable as the season has gone on. Wrapped up his senior year out in California for high school play in June, then came here, got a call from his coach and said, hey, you want to play in Alaska? Toki said, sure, why not? Got off to a really hot start, and his back cooled off a little bit, but it's finally coming along. Recorded his first regular season hit since June 18th back in the 6th. 2-1 pitch to Toki, grounded left side and through for a base hit. Toger takes a wide turnaround third. He'll be held up by Joe Silva, and it's a 2-hit day for Jaden Toki. The bases are loaded with one away here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, similar to his ground ball double in the other inning, he just ripped it through the gap between the shortstop and the third baseman there. So Joey Narrett once again up with bases loaded.
The Chinooks made a change with Jake Mitchell now at shortstop, and he's been playing close to second base. Just no chance at getting that one. Joey Narrett at the plate. Corner infielders play in, trying to avoid a bunt situation. Bucks leading 4-0. McCoy looks in and fires. First pitch, fastball outside. Narrett, a recent commit to the University of Iowa. He'll be playing there after a couple of seasons at Dallas Baptist University. The change over to Big Ten baseball. Here's the 1-0. Fastball hit high in the air towards right field. Chasing back, no doubt about it. Grand slam, Joey Narrett. Touch them all. It's an 8-0 Bucks lead. Joey Narrett unleashes on a high fastball and sends it soaring towards the other baseball diamond. And a 5-run 8th inning for the Bucks. Now a blowout here.
Oh, did he look at that? I saw the ball blast off of his bat, and then he was walking towards first base. He knew it right off the rip. Wow.
First home run of the year for Joey Narrett. Second grand slam of the year for the Bucks after Logan Yule did it against the Chinooks team just a couple of weeks ago. That'll be the day for Luke McCoy. Ends on a sour note, and the Bucks dugout is loud here at Mulcahy Stadium. 8-0 Anchorage leads. We'll step aside for a quick second. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. Back here at Mulcahy Stadium, Guy McGarry at the plate takes a first pitch breaking ball inside from Colin Nelson. comes into the game for the Chinooks after a grand slam from Joey Narrett. 5 runs already in this inning for the Bucs. Fastball misses low and outside. Milo called it before this game. He said, I feel like Joey Narrett's going to have a good game. Started off a little slow.
But he was
0
making
for
hard
3,
contact.
but he was making hard contact, and then blast one. 2-0. McGarry bounces it down the third base line. And that one, no doubt about it. The outfielders were a little fooled. They started dashing towards right center field, but Narrett knew it. We went back and looked, and he was standing over there at home plate. It's a pimp job from the center fielder. McGarry grounds one left side, diving off the glove of Mitchell. And McGarry aboard. Another hit this inning for the Bucs. They're now up to 6 of those, and they've passed that double-digit total. 11 hits on the day for the Bucs. They break out of a little skid where they had gone 6 straight games without 10 hits. In the start of the season, Bucs were doing that almost every single game, had 10 hits or more in 4 of the first 7 regular season contests. And now the Bucs kind of back with their offensive mojo here at Mulcahy Stadium. First pitch outside for a ball to James Provencio. Now you're looking at possible run rule territory. The Bucs put 2 more in this inning, and this will end in 8 innings. Still just 1 away. Next pitch from Colin Nelson misses outside. Nelson making his 7th appearance of the year, a freshman out of Grace Christian University. See a couple of players on this Chinook squad out of the NCCAA University. Here's the 1-0. Golf towards right field, dropping in front of the center fielder, Perito. Back-to-back hits to start off the night for Colin Nelson. And Kai McGarry and James Provencio in second and first base respectively here to bring up Landon Underhill. And all 9 hitters have now come to the plate here in the 8th. You know what might be most impressive? All this offense has happened without Landon Underhill. He's been the most impressive offensive guy the last couple of weeks for the Bucs. 1 for 4 today with a single in the first. We'll try to keep that going here in the bottom of the 8th. Nelson looks towards second. First pitch, breaking ball, just hits the outside third. Nelson doesn't quite have the velocity of some of these other pitchers in the Alaska Baseball League, and you can tell the Bucs taking advantage here. No balls, 1 strike. Nelson looks towards second base. Here's the 0-1. Slow-moving breaking pitch outside. Luke McCoy ends up going 1 2/3 innings, but will be charged with 5 earned runs. Capped off by that Joey Narrett grand slam 3 batters ago. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch. Breaking ball hit up the middle and through on the ground. Bases juiced for the Bucs. It's 8-0, and Bucs have a chance to end this one with 1 swing as Luke Taylor comes to the plate. Started off this inning 9 batters ago with a nice double. That one looked like it was a home run. Wasn't. Went off the wall in left center field. And now Taylor with a chance to do some damage here in the bottom of the 8th.
How about 2 grand slams in 1 inning?
Yeah. Doesn't happen often. Milo's put it into existence. We'll see if Luke Taylor can come through. Taylor has 3 home runs on the season, 1 extra base hit today. First pitch. Taylor pops it up right side, foul territory. Chasing over is Tauscher, and it goes out of play. Oh, Tauscher caught it. Wow. We couldn't see. It was obstructed view. He was waiting over there for a long time, and Tauscher comes up with the ball. So a nice pop out. And now it's up to Ren Matsuzaki to keep the inning going. Matsuzaki popped out to shortstop already this inning. He's 0 for 4 today. Bases loaded, runners at first, second, and third. First pitch, breaking ball taken all the way for a strike, 0-1 the count. Cloudy day here at Mulcahy Stadium. Bucs have put 13 hits on the board, including 5 runs this inning. 0-1 outside. Colin Nelson wrapped up his freshman year at Grace Christian University with 9 appearances and 0-1 record, making his 7th appearance of the year this summer for the Chinooks. 1 ball, 1 strike. Matsuzaki lines one up the middle. It drops for a base hit. Perito can throw in. There's 1 run in to score. Charging behind him, James Provencio, and that's the ball game. 2 RBI single from Ren Matsuzaki, and the Bucs run rule the Chinooks 10-0 off of a 7-run 8th inning. The offense really came alive, and this is what the Bucs needed. After a rough 2 weeks, they get the small win yesterday, 2-1 over the Pilots. It looked like it was going to be a similar story here today, but Milo, the Bats just came alive here in the back half.
Yeah, they did. It was power, it was slugging, extra base hits galore for the Bucs today. 14 total hits on the day, and oh boy, did they need this. Now, back-to-back wins for the first time in what seems like so long for the Anchorage Bucs, and now they're feeling good heading to the home stretch of the season.
3 runs through 6 innings, and then 7 runs in inning number 8 for Anchorage. And the Chinooks get run rule in back-to-back nights. That will help out the Bucs cause, who now move to 10-9 on the season, back above 500. And if the Miners can take care of the Pilots tonight, this will end up being a 2.5 lead for the Bucs in 2nd place. And obviously, as the season winds down, you just want to be in one of those top 2 spots. And the Bucs certainly playing like a top 2 team here tonight. We'll take a quick break and be back with your totals in just a second. Bucs win 10-0 in 8 innings over the Chinooks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back here at Mulcahy Stadium, a blowout win for the Bucs in 8 innings over the Chugiak-Chinooks, 10-0. Didn't look like this was going to be a short game at all. Bucs entered the 8th inning only up 3-0, and then the Bats came alive. A 7-run 8th inning highlighted by Joey Narrett's grand slam, part of a 3-home-run day for the Bucs. And that is just what this team needed. They get back over double-digit hits, end the day with 14 of them, and just an excellent offensive performance here for Anchorage as they advance back over 500, now 10-9 on the regular season, with just 11 games to go until postseason play starts. Let's get you some final score stats here from Mulcahy Stadium. Obviously, the big one, Joey Narrett. It's the grand slam, 4 RBIs on a 1-for-4 day. There was numerous players that had huge days for the Bucs. Landon Underhill goes 2 for 5. Luke Taylor 2 for 4. He had a big double back in inning number 8 that also kept this rally going. It was Sean Toger 2 for 3, 3 runs, and had that monster solo shot that started off the home run party. And then right behind him, Logan Ewell, another 2 for 3 day. He had a solo shot as well. Jaden Toki goes 2 for 2. Great to see the young ball player getting his bat going here in the league. Offensively for the Chinooks, a much more quiet night. No one records multiple hits. Aiden Tauscher, Brady Groves, and Orion Medeiros all with 1 hit, but the pitching staff just locked down the Chinooks today for the Bucs. We'll talk about those pitchers right now. Caden Venazzo gets the win, moves to 1-0 on the year after 6 innings of 3-hit, no-run ball, gave up 1 walk, and the most impressive number of them all, 7 strikeouts he was dealing today.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was brilliant. He was working so fast, too. had a little bit of a no-hitter going there for a little bit, but my goodness, it was just an absolute day for Cade Finazzo, and his strikeout stuff is here, and I think it's here to stay.
Luke Barch worked himself into a little bit of trouble, went 2/3 of an innings, but Colin Linder came in, worked 1 1/3 innings of scoreless ball, and a perfect day for the Bucs pitching staff. On the mound for the Chinooks, Liam Neely drops to 0-2. A tough luck loss, went 5 2/3 innings, only gave up 3 runs off of 4 hits, looked really good, but the offense just was not behind him. Luke McCoy goes 1 2/3, giving up all 5 runs earned, and then Colin Nelson closes out the final 1/3 and gave up 2 innings there in the 7th. But overall, a really good win for the Bucs and much needed.
Yeah, and the Bucs won yesterday. It was 2-1. Now today, the exact opposite. Good to get both types of wins out of the way. Now back-to-back wins for the Bucs. They're in double-digit victories now for the first time of the season. So just a really, really nice day at the ballpark for everyone, it seemed, that played today in the game. Every starter notched a hit. Keith Finazzo was really good to start the game, and then Luke Barch and Colin Linder were great out of the bullpen as well for the Bucs. And that walk-off run rule also saved a pitcher. Maybe Linder was going to go out there for another inning. Who knows? But Ren Matsuzaki picks up the 2 RBI single to seal the deal. And yeah, just a huge win for the Bucs. And finally, we're seeing the offense come back around. Maybe we're see the light out of the tunnel here for Anchorage.
Second run rule walk-off of the year here for the Bucs, and great to see Matsuzaki get it. Struggled a little bit at the plate today, but was able to come up with a clutch hit. Well, that's just about all of our coverage here tonight from Mulcahy Stadium. We'll be back here at Mulcahy Stadium tomorrow night, back to the usual 6 p.m. Alaska time start time. That is a first pitch against the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Bucs took care of them yesterday in a pitcher's duel, and we'll try to keep it going and win 3 in a row tomorrow night. But that's just about all the time we have here tonight. Your final score from Mulcahy Stadium, it's the Anchorage Bucs 10, the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks 0. For Milo Hoffman, my name's Alex Burstein, saying so long and good night.